I'm just going to take you through a little bit of my morning routine. I'm making some tea. It was hard to pass up coffee this morning, but I know I need to stay detoxed to the best of my ability. The reason is because I'm fighting a war. So that means I have to have all of my faculties. I'm setting up my tea right now, which is this one. It tastes good and it has ginseng, which I find to be better than caffeine for me. This also contains caffeine because it has black tea in it. I've got the tea water going. While I'm waiting for that, I'm going to take my water, take some supplements. One in particular that's very important, which is this one. And then I also use this time to figure out what I want to achieve for the day, and then that's going to help me manage what else I'll be taking. I need to do some research on this one. I'm going to put that here. And I'll be taking this with food. That helps with my bronchial issues, or at least prevents them at this point, because I feel like I'm doing quite well. Once I have my tea, I'll probably start the day with this protein powder, which I also mix with a number of other superfoods and things like that. So when I make that, I'll come back to show you. And right, I wanted a latte this morning, so instead I'm going to add rice milk to my tea. If you add it first, then the hot water will heat everything, including the milk. Good morning once again. Today is a new day. I'm about to make my smoothie. And I already had my tea and supplements. Let's see. It's Chaga, reishi, and cordyceps host defense mushrooms. Made with U.S. grown organic mushroom mycelium. I got quite busy just because I had to do a counter operation at the same time I'm doing other businesses. You know, some of my grammar is not going to be perfect right now while I'm working. You know what I mean by doing other business. Okay. I'm making a lot of progress with my leg. This one that I spoke of yesterday, and I'm also going to add the collagen peptides to this as well, and then we've got you can make an acai bowl with this, and what I do is I just add a couple of teaspoons to this protein. I'm just going to add maca. I might try adding some cacao nibs. These won't be blended, so I'll add them now and let them soak in there. I'm sure many of you can recall who started the company Sun Food. Last but certainly not least. I should be adding more water. That's perfect. Plenty of protein and other phytonutrients. I guess this could be a good time to talk about Dr. Mercola. And first off, I want to say that he is a true warrior. Who knew? You don't know until someone's tested, and maybe they don't even know. But the point of any true warrior is that you're ready. No matter how much peace you encounter, for how long in your life. When it's time to go to war, you know and you're ready. Why? Because of history. I keep the spoon in there because things may sink to the bottom and I want to stir it back up. But it's a gorgeous color, that acai. Mmm. Amazing. As I'm sure you know, the hunt for Dr. Mercola has commenced. That will not stand. And if you were ever a vegan YouTuber, you know this fight better than anybody. You probably even engaged in it. That was, a blip in the pond compared to what we're facing now, but yes, it's the same thing. And so as I was mentioning earlier, I'm sure you can recall who started Sun Food Nutrition, those supplements I was putting in my drink. Well, superfoods, I should say. What they're fighting is corporatist. That may or may not make much sense to you, but we're going to make it make a lot of sense. Because I intend on holding everyone's hand and us walking together every step of the way so that we can all be on the same page here. It's called information warfare. It includes psychological operations. It feeds into a greater discipline called hybrid warfare. And the goal is to disable your enemy in such a way that they have less time to respond or react. But at the same time, you are expecting them to respond or react. That's where the enemy has control. Enemy, I mean. So for example, if you don't respond or react, and they're counting on that maybe for their news that night, or what have you, because it's more information against you. And that's why I applaud Dr. Mercola for what he did the other day. He is a true warrior, and he doesn't need them. What he built is real and true. And it's supported by people who have received the results of his teachings. And besides that, what Dr. Mercola does is an integral part of my religion. And I believe I'm the only follower of my religion. I do believe in God. There's just a certain science to it. The last thing I wanted to say about Dr. Mercola with regards to Erin Elizabeth is that it's a very good time for her to talk about the deaths of the holistic doctors. I wrote an article about this at medium.com if you'd like to read more. But I'll go ahead and give it away. Can't give it away. If you want to learn more about it, then go to medium.com to read about it.